Again, hi, my name is Brian. This is the Comeback Yoga YouTube channel. Welcome. Comeback Yoga is a veterans nonprofit in Denver that serves the veteran community with free trauma-informed yoga. We have some in-person classes started back up. Yay! But mostly we're coming to you on the YouTube. So thanks for joining us. Like, subscribe, comment, throw some stuff up there in the chat, although I won't respond until after the class. Today's class is 45 minutes long, all levels, so there'll be some challenge, but do the best you can. I'll offer modifications, and also if you know your own modifications, that's awesome. Do those. Be safe. Listen to your body. If anything hurts, stop until it doesn't hurt. Yoga should not hurt. I say that a lot, but yeah, it should feel good. We're going to do a few sun salutation type movements. We're going to do some breath work to start off with, and we're going to do some core work as well, and finish with some alternate nostril breathing, which is one of my favorite ways to cool down. So as far as starting the class, gather yourself, have a seat on your mat or wherever you find yourself right now, in a chair, on the floor. And just take a nice, upright, comfortable seat. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. If you don't, no worries. Just focus your gaze, soften your gaze to a point on the ground a little bit, maybe 3-4 feet in front of you. You can let your hands rest down on your thighs if you're sitting. You can even lay down to do this. If you do lay down, have your knees bent with your feet flat on the floor. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your low belly. And that's going to be for everybody. Whatever position you're in, one hand on your heart, one hand on your low belly. If you feel comfortable to close your eyes, do so. Relax your shoulder blades down your spine. Really elongate through the side waist. Sit up nice and tall and comfortable. And just take a few deep breaths, like 5 deep breaths. Just notice how your breath is doing right now. Really pay attention to where the breath is without any judgment. Some neutral detachment in your thoughts. Just notice where it is. 5 deep breaths, starting now. We're not controlling the breath at any point in this breathing, just breathing how we are right now and recognizing where we're at in this moment. You might notice your inhales are shallow, or your exhales might be shallow, or you might be breathing fast, or are you breathing slow? Are you out of breath? Pay attention to these things. Just notice them. A couple more deep breaths. Really feel grounded in your seat, in your position right now. Stable and calm. Just a couple more easy breaths. You might begin to try and deepen the breath. Deepen the inhale, expanding the rib cage up into the chest as you exhale. Smooth exhale. You can drop your hands to your thighs if you feel comfortable doing so. Just deepening the inhales, softening the exhales. Keeping that upright posture. Relaxing the shoulders down the spine. As if you're sitting up against a wall. How tall can you be sitting up against the wall? Lifting the crown of the head, the top of the head, maybe just a little bit. Deep breath. Shake it on out. And we will start on our backs with a little bit of core work. So please lie down on your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Aqua is our friend. So we'll just lay down on our back. From here, you're just going to inhale your arms up over your head. Bring your knees up. As you exhale, kick your legs back out and see if you can sit up. Then on the way back down, sit up nice and tall. Arms come out in front of you. Very slowly, super slowly. Arch your back, curl your back, lower yourself down using the core muscles. Onto the lower back, everything's controlled, really slow. And then just under your shoulder blades, keep your head up and your shoulders up. And lift your left leg. And bring your arms down by your side, by the thighs. Taking a breath. Exhale, drop the foot, drop the head. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, raise the torso and the head. As you inhale, raise the right leg. As you exhale, hands come down by the thighs. Really elongate through the right foot. Next exhale, bring the right foot down. Bring the torso, head down to the floor. Take a breath. Inhale, head and torso come up. Exhale, legs go straight out. Point the balls of the feet out. Arms come down by your side. Take a breath. Exhale, slowly drop the feet, slowly drop the head and the torso. Take a breath. Next exhale, torso comes up, both knees come up. Take your left elbow as your left forearm and push it into your left leg and your left leg into your forearm. Take a breath, straighten out the right leg, bring the right arm down by the right leg. Push the left arm into the left. Take a breath. Really sit down. Deep inhale as you exhale. Torso up, head up, knees up. Right arm, right forearm into the right knee. Push them together. Push the leg into the arm into the leg. Taking a breath. Straighten out the left leg. Straighten out the left arm. Next exhale, drop it on down. Take a breath and just stay right here. And then inhale, torso up, knees up. Exhale, the left leg straight, right knee's bent. Arms come behind your head lightly. Take a breath, turn your torso to the right as you exhale. Take a breath, come back to center, switch legs. Take another breath. As you exhale, turn to the left. Come back to center on your inhale. Release it down, relax. Take a deep breath. And then see if you can do the same exercise that we did at the beginning. Inhale the arms up overhead. Draw the knees up. As you exhale, kick the legs out. See if you can sit up. Then take a breath as you sit up nice and tall. And then from here, we're going to rotate over to hands and knees. And just take a deep breath. Bring your butt down by your heels and sit up and kind of break your toes. Take a breath. If you have to be here, it's totally cool. Just find the amount of pain you're willing to deal with. Even though yoga should never hurt, I should say stretch. This is kind of an uncomfortable position because we spend a lot of time in shoes. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe this is your jam. Maybe you love this. I don't know. The point of this is we're trying to stretch out our feet. One more breath. Exhale, bring it on down. Back to your hands and knees and lift your feet up off the ground and rotate the heels and ankles. Get the blood flowing back in there. Curl up the toes, and with a really, really bent leg, both knees bent, bring your hips up and back and come into a little downward dog with your hips up as high as you can. Maybe
Maybe come up on the toes. Really push into the arms and rotate the triceps down towards your mat. Pushing down with the hands. Releasing, shaking off the neck. So that there's barely any weight on your legs at all. Just up on your toes, mostly on the hands, and then switch that. Drop the heels down, maybe straighten the legs just a little bit, push the hips up and back. Take a deep breath. Sigh out your mouth. And look up between your hands. And walk your feet towards your hands. Drop the head, forward fold. Hold breath. Elongate spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold forward a little bit farther. Maybe. Push down the feet, roll your body up to standing, nice and slow.
We'll warm up with a couple sun salutation type movements. You can choose to have your feet together or feet hip width apart. It's whatever feels good for you. Maybe your feet need to be a little bit more than hip width apart. Everybody's got a different comfort zone. Find where you feel stable and grounded while you're standing up. If your knees are a little bent, that's totally cool. Upright with the posture. Firming up the belly just a little bit to keep yourself upright. Maybe draw the hip points up a little bit. You might feel that. Tuck. And then inhale the arms up overhead. Maybe look up as the palms touch. And then swan dive forward into a forward fold on your exhale. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat back. Maybe your hands are on your shins or on the ground. As you exhale, step both feet back. Drop yourself all the way flat onto the floor. Come to the tops of the toes, tops of the feet. Squeezing your shoulder blades together, lift your torso up, look down, a little cobra. Exhale, drop the head. Push with your hands on your inhale, on your knees. Knees go wide, toes come together. Come back to a child's pose. Take a breath. Inhale, hands and knees, curl the toes. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog with the knees bent. Knees nice and bent. Maybe turning the heels outward a little bit. Broadening your collarbone and your shoulder blades just a little bit with your breath. Next exhale, sigh out your mouth. Inhale, look up between your hands. Walk your feet towards your hands. Into a forward fold, dropping the head. Push down with the feet. Inhale, all the way up to standing, arms up wide. All the way up, palms to touch. Maybe look up. Hands come center of your chest. Round two. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale to a halfway left. Elongate the spine. Exhale, hands come to ground. Step left and right back. Drop yourself all the way to the floor. Come to the tops of the toes. Inhale, squeeze shoulder blades together. Push with the hands, little cobra. Elongate the spine forward and up. Exhale, down. Forehead touches the ground. Inhale by pushing with the hands onto the knees. Gather up the toes. Next exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look between the hands and either step or hop yourself up to this forward fold. Next inhale, push down the feet, bend the knees, arms all the way up overhead, palms to touch, maybe look up, hands come down center of the chest, take a breath. One more time, inhale, arms wide and out. Palms to touch, fold it forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees as much as you need to your palms touch the ground. Step the left foot and right foot back and lower yourself to the ground nice and slow. Come to the tops of the feet. Push down the hands a little bit. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Push the pelvis down. Inhale, lift torso up and forward. Little cobra. Exhale, forehead down. Gather up your toes. Inhale, push all the way up into a push-up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips up and back. Pedal your feet, maybe. Circle your head, release any tension in your neck. And then come to a stable downward facing dog.
Send your left foot straight back like you're kicking the wall behind you. Toes flex down towards the ground. And then turn your left hip down so your hips are centered on the mat. Nice. Inhale, as if your left pinky toe is tracking towards your left kneecap. Next inhale, bend the left knee, bring it forward into a plank. Step the left foot down in between your hands. You have to drop your right knee doing that. It's totally cool. It looks something like this. Dropping the knee, helping the left leg up. And then raising the right knee back up, so you're in a lunge. Walk the left foot over to the left a little bit farther. And raise your torso up into a crescent lunge. Arms up overhead. You bring your left hand so that the thumb is in the crease of your left hip and your hand is wrapped around your leg. You push down with that left thumb into the left hip. Bring the right hip down a little bit so it's centered. Lean your torso forward over your left leg. Push back with the right heel. Take a breath. Elongate through the crown of the head. Really push down through the heel of the left foot. When you're ready, inhale the right arm straight up by your right ear. Keep it strong in the breath, nice and calm though. And push down with the left foot, inhale up to crescent lunge, both arms up. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step the left leg back. When you're ready, drop your body all the way to the ground. Lift your head and torso, squeeze shoulder blades together on an inhale, little cobra. Exhale, head down. Inhale, gather up the toes. Push yourself up and back. Downward facing dog, inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, you're going to bring your right foot up as if you're kicking the wall behind you. Right pinky toe tracking towards the right knee. Squaring off the hips towards the mat. Taking a breath strong through the arms. Relax, release the tension maybe. Next inhale, draw the right knee towards the chest, arch the back. Step the right leg forward. Walk the right feet over to the right a little bit. When you're ready, push down with the right foot. Torso comes up, crescent lunge. Inhale, the arms up. You bring both arms down, stay in the lunge. Just like we did before, the right thumb's going to come into the right crease, the top of the right thigh. Right fingertips wrap around. You're going to push down with the hand into the thigh. Bend the knee. Lean the torso forward, straight, drawing through the crown of the head. Bringing the hips to center. Push back with the left heel. Inhale the left arm up by the left ear. Pushing down with the right heel more than the toes. Strong in the leg. Smooth as silk in the breath. Reach a little bit farther with the left hand. Next inhale, let go with the right hand. Bring it on up to a crescent lunge. Exhale the hands down. Downward facing dog through a vinyasa or not. You don't have to. Which is just a fancy word for dropping down. Raising the torso, no cobra or up facing dog. This is up dog. Pushing down all 10 toes. And then settling your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Next inhale, walk your feet towards your hands. Drop your head, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Bring your hands to the tops of your thighs. Bring your hands to your hips. Straighten out the back. Lengthen to the top of the head. Take a breath. Push down the feet. Raise your torso up to standing. Shake it out.
Now you're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back and right foot back to plank. Take a breath, come down to your knees. Lower yourself halfway down with your elbows really close to your side. And then bring yourself forward and up. Upward dog, but your knees and legs are down. Really come up strong through the hands and the arms. Raising the torso, drop the chin. Exhale, back to child's pose. Hips go down, knees go wide. Elbows come down, head comes down. Inhaling back to all hands and knees. Curl up the toes, take another breath. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Step your right foot up between your hands, however you can. Raise your torso up at a 45-degree angle and bring your arms, palms facing down by your sides, about 45 degrees. Push back with the left heel, push down with the right heel. Really elongate through your spine, maybe draw your shoulder blades together. Lean forward a little bit farther. And bring your hands to a prayer position. Gently lean yourself a little bit farther forward. Come up to the toes of the left foot. You can come on back nice and slow. Straighten the right leg. Draw the left leg in a little bit farther, closer to your right foot, and drop the left heel. Take a breath, and then with your legs nice and strong, maybe a little bend in the front leg, fold yourself forward so you can still have a flat back. You don't want to round your back. So only go so far as you can with a straight back. Elongate through the crown of the head, forward. And then bring your hands like so. Push them behind you, your lower back. Just push the fists together. One more inhale, and then come back up. Step the left up to meet the right. Inhale the arms up. Grab opposite elbows and fold forward. Drop your head, forward fold. Take a breath. Inhale up to a halfway lift. Exhale, palms come down. Step right foot, left foot back. Drop down to your knees. Take another breath. As you exhale, drop halfway down. Squeeze the elbows towards the sides. And then roll yourself forward a little bit and up into a modified up dog with the legs down. Pushing out strong through the arms. Think about going forward and up, not backwards. Exhale back to child's pose, knees wide, hips down, elbows down, head down. Deep breath here. Inhaling to hands and knees, exhaling, downward facing dog. Next inhale, step the left leg forward in the lunge, however you can get there. Drop the knee if that's cool. You can keep the knee down too for this if you need to. And push down with the left foot. Inhale up to that 45 position with your torso. Push back with the right heel. Arms are going to come palms down, 45 degrees from your body. Elongate through the spine. Elongate through the crown of the head. Maybe squeeze the shoulder blades together just a little bit. Push down with the left heel, right heel. Ease the breath. If your breath starts to get choppy, you can start to slow it down. Hands in prayer. Position by your chest. Push with the left foot till you come up on the toe of the right foot just a little bit. Lean forward. And then exhale, drop the left heel. Straighten the left leg. Bring the hips back forward. And then bring yourself torso down and forward over the left leg. Try to keep the left leg as straight as possible. Little knee bend is cool. Really push down with the right foot. Try and draw them together. Elongate through the crown of the head. Fists come, join behind the lower back. Push them together. Next inhale, push with the left foot. Stand straight up. Right foot comes to meet the left. Inhale the arms up overhead. Grab opposite elbows.
Pull forward. Just release any tension in your neck. Let the upper body hang ragdoll over the feet. And drop the hands. Step back to plank. And you're going to walk your hands out in front of you a little bit and walk your feet back. So you're in kind of a modified Superman plank. If you need to drop your knees, that's totally cool. And look down so you don't arch your butt up. Tuck the core. Stay here for a couple breaths. Work your way through the challenge with your breath. And then from here, you're just going to lower down onto your elbows. If you need to go to your knees, it's totally cool. Squeeze your elbows, squeeze your hands together. Bring your feet together, center. And you're going to turn your feet so that you're on the knife edge of your right foot. Push down with the left elbow as if you're going to dent the mat. And look forward. Just a little bit. Hips come up just a little bit. Take a breath. Come back to plank. Switch sides. The left foot comes down. Stack the right over the left. Push down with the right elbow. Lift the hips just a little. Ease out the breath. And then drop the knees. Bring the knees together. Sit the hips back. Bring the feet together. Bring the hands to the feet. Drop your head onto the floor. If you need a block or anything to put your head down, bring the ground up closer to you, please do so. Or you can rest your head on your hands. Try to sink into the ground and relax your back. Release your back. Nice, even out the inhales and exhales. Slowly roll your body up so you're on your knees. Come up onto your knees, lift your butt up, and step your left leg forward. And see if you can bring your right foot in line with your knee so that you're not all over the place. If that's not comfortable, find what's comfortable. Sit up nice and tall, raise your arms up overhead, look up, maybe sink down with the left. And then squeeze your right butt cheek and see what that feels like in your upper right thigh area. Then we'll bring both hands down inside the left foot. Right arm's going to stay down. Your left hand's going to come behind your head and just turn the left elbow up towards, twist up towards the ceiling, and then let the left leg splay open. So just a little gentle to sink your hips down just a little bit. If you feel a crunch in your lower back, you can back off by pushing through your right hand. We're just twisting a little bit. You can also turn the right hand so that the fingers point outward, and that might help you twist. One more inhale, raise the arm up towards the sky, look up. Exhale, bring it back down. The knees. Rub your left knee. And then come up, torso up. Step the right foot forward. I'll do the same thing to the other side. Have a little crescent lunge by sinking the hips down, raising the arms up, maybe look up. Squeeze the left butt cheek and see how that affects your left hip flexor. Left thigh. Another breath. As you exhale, bring hands down, both to the inside of the right foot. Left hand will stay down. Right arm will come up like so. As you inhale, twist up to the right. Sink the hips down. Let the right knee splay out so you're on the side of the right foot. You can always look straight ahead as well, as long as we're twisting the upper torso to the right. Maybe turn the hands of the fingers of the left hand to the side.
Inhale the arms straight up, look up at the sky. Exhale, bring it back down. Slide the right foot back, hands and knees. Get a nice stable tabletop here. Just go through a few cat-cows, so we'll really focus on using your belly first, your core muscles first, and your pelvis. So you're going to drop the pelvis, lift the head, bring the chest forward. Exhale, starting with the pelvis, tucking and then dropping the head, push down the arms. Feel like you have a stretch in your upper back. Next inhale, drop the pelvis, raise the head, raise the chest forward. Exhaling, core first. Tuck, tuck, tuck the core. Push down with the hands. Just go through that movement a couple times with your breath. Cow. Cat. Then when you're ready, take a breath, gather up your toes, sink the hips up and backward into a nice gentle downward facing dog. Nice even breath. This time walk your hands towards your feet until you're in a forward fold. Drop your head. Raising your head on the inhale, slowly bring yourself up to standing. Then bring your feet about hip width apart. You're going to cross your left over your right in figure four. You're just going to sink your hips down, put your hands on your hips. Sink your hips down and backward like you're going to sit down in a chair. Flex the toes of the right foot. Up nice and tall with your torso. Drop your chin just a little bit so you have elongation through the spine. Just sit as deep as you need to till you feel sensation in the right hip, right buttock. And then raise the arms up overhead for an added challenge, or you can just kick it here with your hands on your hips. Maybe sink down a little bit farther if your arms are up. And then stand up. Drop the right foot to the outside of the left foot. So you're crossing your right over your left. Take a breath and fold it forward just a little bit towards the instep of your right foot. So you're stretching the hip on the opposite side. Pushing down with both feet. Using your core, raise yourself up to a standing. Uncross your legs. Come back to hip width distance or whatever's comfortable for you. Cross the left over the right. Sit down so you feel the sensation in the left hip. Make sure that the left toes are pointed backwards, flexing the foot. You can have your hands on your hips, or if you want to add a challenge, you can inhale the arms overhead. Sink down just a little bit farther and back. A couple more breaths, ease out the breaths. Next inhale, drop the arms, raise yourself up. Drop the left foot on the outside of the right foot, crossing the left over the right. Inhale, hands to hips, fold it forward towards the inside of the left foot. And we'll come back to center, push down with both feet. Slowly raise yourself up on an inhale to standing. Uncross the legs. Shake it on out. Bring your feet a little bit more of the shoulder width apart. Ankles underneath your wrists, about-ish. And really try to keep your feet parallel, but it's okay if they pronate or stick out a little bit. And then we're just going to go into a squat. Move your feet out as much as you need to. Bring the thumbs to the insides of your legs with your fingertips wrapped around the knees. Some people call this horse or goddess or whatever. It's just a squat, supported squat. And then push with your right hand. Twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Push with the left hand as the exhale. Twist to the right. Inhale back to center one more time, pushing with the right hand as you exhale, twist to the left. Maybe sink down a little bit farther. Inhale back to center. Exhale, pushing with the left hand, twist to the right. And then inhale back to center. And stand up. And then have a seat. Oh, yeah. Just take a couple breaths while I drink a glass of water. And then from here, you're going to lay down on your back. Bring your feet flat on the ground, but cross your right over your left. And then move your left feet towards the left corner of your mat. Or just off to your left. And then lay your head back down. You're going to grab your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale the arm up. As you exhale, bring your torso over to the left. So you're in kind of a crescent moon shape with your body, stretching out the right side. Gently pull with the left hand. Move your feet off to the side a little bit more if you need to feel more sensation. Just ease into your breath. Next inhale, come back to center. Bring your hips back to center, hug your knees to your chest. And you bring your legs back down, cross the left over the right. Move the feet over to the right. Lay your head back down, grab your right wrist with your left wrist with your right hand. Bring it overhead. Take a deep breath as you exhale. You're gonna lean over to the right a little bit. Gently pulling with the right hand on the left wrist. See if you can keep both shoulder blades down. You can always move your feet a little bit farther to the right if you need more sensation on the left side. A couple more breaths. And inhale back to center. Bring your knees up to your chest. Hug your knees. And then find your way up to a seat. Bring your left leg out straight. Bring the sole of the right foot in to meet the left thigh. Sometimes it's cool to elevate the right knee a little bit if you have dodgy knees. You can use a blanket or a book or a block or anything if your leg doesn't feel comfortable or doesn't quite go all the way down. It's a good way to modify, but really push the left toes up towards the ceiling. And inhale. Left arm's going to come up. As you exhale, the left arm's going to come down to the right knee. The right arm's going to come behind you on the fingertips just ever so lightly. Twist to the right. Feel that your left pinky toe is tracking towards the left knee to keep it straight. Sinking down the left hip a little bit. Another deep breath. See if you can twist a little bit farther to the right. And inhale back to center. Now you're going to put the right foot flat on the floor, close to the leg. Hug the left arm around the right knee. Bring the fingertips back of the right hand. Take a deep breath. Up nice and tall. Check to see if your left foot is still flexed. Left pinky toe towards the left knee. Next exhale, just twist gently towards the right. That's the first option. Second option is to bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And then inhale back to center. Switch sides. So right leg comes out, sole of the left foot comes into the right thigh. Up nice and tall. Inhale the right arm up, flex the toes, the right foot. As you exhale, right hand comes to the left knee, left fingertips come behind you. Little twist to the left. Turn this way so the back is not to you. Keep the right pinky toe tracking towards the right knee. And then inhale, come back to center. Flatten out the left foot on the ground, bring the right knee up. Hugging the right leg, or the right arm around the left leg. Left fingertips come behind you. Refocus that straight leg, toes pointed up for the right leg. Up tall on the inhale, exhale. Squeeze the left leg, twist to the left. That's option one. You can bring the right elbow to the outside of the left. One more deep breath, and then exhale, bring it back down to center. Bring the legs straight out in front of you, a little bit wider and shoulder width apart. Up nice and tall, inhale the arms up. Maybe look up at them like you got a ball in your hand and take that ball in between your legs. Fold it forward. Really elongate through your spine. Tuck your core in on the exhales. Bring your pinky toes towards the knees. And flex the toes towards the ceiling. Couple more breaths here. Inhale back up to a seat. And come to a seat. Nice and comfy. People do this breath work different ways. It's also alternate nostril breathing, about 3 minutes. Some people take the index and middle finger and they fold it into the palm of their hand, leaving the thumb and the ring finger to manipulate the nostrils. Or you could take your 2 index fingers and put them in the middle of your forehead and use your pinky and your ring finger to close off the left nostril and your thumb to close off the right. So you're just going to, whichever version you do, bring the left nostril closed by pushing up and in, the little crease there. Close both nostrils, then open up the left. Take a breath through the left nostril. Close off the left nostril, open the right, and breathe out through the right. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe in through the right nostril. Close it off with the thumb. Exhale out the left nostril by releasing. In through the left, close the left, out through the right. In through the right, close off the right nostril. Exhale out the left. Do that 3 more times. Left, out right. Relax your shoulder blades down your spine. In your right, and out your left. Inhale left. Close. Exhale right. Close it. Exhale left. And drop the hand. Take a deep breath. Inhale the arms up overhead. Palms come together to touch. Bring them down center of your chest. Once again, my name is Brian for Comeback Yoga. Thanks so much for joining us for the 45-minute Friday all levels class. Have an awesome weekend. Be kind to each other. Please, please, please. Take a little bow. Give yourself a little gratitude for showing up. Deep breath and namaste. We'll see you next time. Peace. Ciao now, brown cow.